What's a piece of information you learned that now feels almost illegal to know?
Creating nitrogen triadide. When in liquid form it is stable, but once it dries so much as a fly landing on it creates a purple smoke explosion. It's so unstable that alpha radiation can be used to detonate the stuff. It's actually easy to get the materials and create the stuff. Filled my high school hallway stairs with purple smoke on the last day of school. Edit asterisk thanks for the awards. Fixed _alpha waves _to _alpha radiation _.
It is legal to grow opium poppies in the United States, but only if you don't know they can be used to make drugs.
I don't know if it's still a thing, but if you listen to Pandora Radio, the songs download into your temp folder under your browser. Just add the MP4 after it and you can play it. I spent lots of college listening to Pandora, and if I liked a song I'd save it. If you paused the song in time, then the most recent song was the top one in the temp folder.
You can ask scientists for their research paper that you usually have to pay money to view in a journal. They are allowed to just email it to you, no questions asked, and they like to do it.
When companies ask for your name, /age, /sex, /race, /occupation, /salary, /etc., you can just lie. You'll never be able to remove the information about yourself off the internet, but you can muddy the water quite a bit.
Hospitals have but don't tell you about a program to reduce your bills depending on how much you make. You can go to their website and find a usually hidden link for financial assistance policies, and really cut your bill down at it. Just want to put a thanks to all the people who added helpful info to what I put here, and I'm happy we're all able to help those who need it and don't know.
1284X is a Ford fleet key. Not chipped, can be found on Amazon for $7 and perfectly legal to replicate. Searching 1284X file type, .pdf site, .gov will pull government bids that involve that key, and also show you what agencies you could open up or drive away a police car.
In Canada you can record any conversation with someone without their knowledge, unless it is in furtherance of an offense. I had to do this with an auto restoration shop in order to do a Visa chargeback when they did nothing to my car, but steal parts for almost a year. Curtis Customs in Nova Scotia, I don't mind mentioning them because there are already news stories about their scams. Edit. A lot of replies from people possibly misreading. If you are recording a conversation with someone, you are part of the conversation, and would be the consenting individual, one-party consent. It's definitely wrong and illegal to record just any conversation between two or more other people.
My dad was an ordnance, munitions, explosives captain in Saudi Arabia during the Gulf War. He brought back tons of manuals on how to set up explosives and make traps. Looking back, it might have been something you wouldn't want your child to read, but take a look, it's in a book, it's a reading rainbow.
That in Ireland there is no legal age to get tattoo. Legally you can tattoo a newborn as long as the parents consent. We can get done for bodily harm to a minor if there is no consent. We have an industry standard of 16 with parent or 18 with ID. I'm a tattooist in Ireland.
You can ask the FBI if they have a file on you.
Crystal meth isn't particularly difficult to synthesize, and you can possibly have a cheap knockoff using materials available in a high school chemistry lab.
90% of home locks are easily pickable with a little know-how and a couple pieces of metal.
When I was a kid, my dad taught me how to pick a lock. I became very interested in different kinds of locks and purchased a lock pick set. I practiced for years and became pretty good at certain types of locks. So over the years, every now and then, if a neighbor locks themselves out of the house, or a friend loses the key to a padlock, or a lockbox, I've been able to help. But the reactions I tend to get from people, even while I'm helping them with their lock, is mainly one of mistrust. I'm not a cat burglar. I just like locks.
Most large retail employers don't have a policy against recording your interactions with your bosses.
Police are allowed to lie to you. So are military recruiters.
This is England knowledge, other countries may vary. If you are struggling to pay bills, make water the first one you skip. Access to water is protected by law, so the utility supplier cannot cut you off. Edit, thanks for all the replies, but, honestly, I don't think I need anyone else to tell me this doesn't apply in the US.
The tricks doctors use to distract you when they're trying to check your reflexes.
I had a stats prof who used to work for the US government. I'm not sure exactly what his job was, but it definitely involved evaluating the status and readiness of nukes, both ours and the USSR's. He was probably at least 70 and had been retired from that job for a while. One day in class he just started talking about the percentage of nukes that fail, ours and theirs, and why they fail, and all kinds of other, seemingly sensitive, information. I don't think he would have told us anything classified, but his personality was boisterous and irreverent enough that I am not sure. I literally expected a team of spooks to bust down the door at any minute and drag us all off for interviews in windowless rooms.
In regards to military-grade bombs and missiles, it takes actual effort to make one go off on the ground. Like, you literally have to go out of your way to arm the fuse, then sit around for a timer to detonate said bomb. It's not like in the movies, where a soft breeze or some nutjob with a hammer will make a bomb just explode for no reason.
Aluminum foil can block the thief's detection signals in supermarkets.
How to make thermite. I don't know why, thermite itself isn't actually all that useful or destructive. It burns hot sure, but it's not going to melt anything very well without a proper vessel to contain and direct the heat into the thing you want to melt. Edit, why the fuck is everyone melting people's engines with it? WTF did they do to you to require that sort of a response?
Well, I gave my 9th grade chemistry class a detailed report on diacetylmorphine, heroin, for a project about organic molecules, including how to make it. It was pretty interesting to do and fun to present, but I feel like I broke the law somehow.
How to make a few different drugs. Organic chem at uni.
I worked for a giant tech company and apparently share the same name as a very high-up hardware engineer, got put on email threads I definitely didn't belong on. Edit, on a similar funny note. One of my friends with a common name at the same company got a promotion. Our manager searched his name in the system, clicked the first she saw, and promoted him. Well, it was the wrong guy, and the guy she clicked on was also very high up, and in return it made him lose a bunch of his access, pay, benefits, etc.
In US politics, a PAC must disclose where the donation came from. However, if it's a super PAC, they do not have disclosed where the money came from.
There is a book called 100 Deadly Skills that teaches you how to do all sorts of potentially illegal stuff.
Hooching, process of making homemade wine from juice, yeast and some sugar.
When you do a KFC survey you get free food, you can do them over and over again. Steps, go in the survey site. It's usually, franchise, listens on Google. Next, enter a random code and keep refreshing for a good 15 seconds. Then do anything on the survey because they don't care. Then just show them your code at the register. They also have to do it because it's part of their job. This also works for Krispy Kreme and other places too. Don't do it heaps because it's sorta scummy, but enjoy.
You can go anywhere so long as you're carrying a ladder.